All right, let's get right into it. There is one choice, just one, that's going to basically decide where you end up in the next 5 years. And no, it's not some crazy thing like winning the lottery or having a sudden life altering epiphany. Nope, it's way smaller than that. And honestly, because of that, it's a whole lot more powerful. So picture this, it's 5 years from today. You can look back and go, wow, I completely turned my life around. Or you can look back and realize, whoa, I'm in the exact same spot. Those are really the only two options. And what's wild is that the huge gap between those two futures, it all comes down to one tiny decision you make every single day. So what is it, right? What's the one thing that makes all the difference? That's the big question we're going to dig into. And you know what? The answer is probably simpler than you think. It all comes down to how you start your day. I'm talking about that very first little window of time right after you wake up. Let's talk about the most expensive 9 minutes of your life. Seriously, think about that snooze button. When you hit it, you think you're just buying 9 more minutes of sleep, right? Wrong. You're actually making a purchase, and you're paying for it with your future. It's literally the most expensive thing you'll buy all day. And that one choice every single morning puts you on one of two teams. Team level up or team loaf around. Are you going to actively get better, or are you just going to kind of exist? There's really no middle ground here. You're either growing or you're stagnating. Okay, but this isn't just some feel-good motivational talk. There's actual science behind this. Let's get into your brain's cheat code, because that's exactly what this first hour of the day is. Get this, 40%. That's how much your focus can increase in the first 90 minutes after you wake up. A 40% boost. That's a massive cognitive advantage that most of us just throw away. We waste it scrolling through our phones before our feet have even touched the ground. So, there's a fancy term for this state. It's called flow-prone neuroplasticity. I know, it's a mouthful. But forget the term, just think of the idea. Your brain, in that first hour, is like wet cement. It's super receptive, it's easy to shape, and it's basically ready to become whatever you pour into it. And here's why that matters so much. Whatever you pour into that wet cement brain of yours, it sets. It hardens. If you pour in social media drama and mindless scrolling, you're literally cementing a distracted, reactive mindset for the whole day. But if you pour in focus, learning, and intention, you're setting a foundation for growth. It's that simple. All right, so theory is great, but how do we actually do this? Let's get to the good stuff. Here's a super simple plan to take back that first hour and get what really feels like an unfair advantage over everyone else. It's a 5-step power ritual. Super easy. 1. Water. Your brain is dehydrated, so give it a drink. 2. Move. You don't have to run a marathon. Just walk around, do a few stretches, maybe 10 push-ups, anything to get the blood flowing. 3. Write. Just one clear goal for the day. That's it. 1. This gives you laser focus. 4. Learn something. Read just 5 pages of a book or watch one of those deep dive videos. And 5, this is the big one. Protect. For that first hour, your phone is off limits. No texts, no emails, zero social media. You have to be the bodyguard for your own attention. Okay, so let's zoom out a bit, because this isn't really about having a good morning. It's about building a better future. You know that saying, small hinges swing big doors? This is one of those hinges. And the math on this is it's kind of mind-blowing when you think about it. One focused hour a day doesn't sound like much, but that's 365 focused hours a year. Do you know what that is? That's 15 entire days of pure, focused work on yourself. Imagine getting an extra 2 full weeks every year dedicated only to your goals. Think of the progress you'd make. And that's the real secret here. It's so powerful because every single time you do this, every time you choose this ritual instead of the snooze button, you're casting a vote. You're not voting with words, you're voting with your actions. And you're voting for the future you that you actually want to be. Look, you're not going to feel like a superhero tomorrow, probably not even next week, but you gotta stick with it. Because one day, you're going to look in the mirror and it'll hit you. You're not just a side character in your own life anymore. You're driving the whole story. You'll have that main character energy for real, because you built it yourself, one morning at a time. So really, it all boils down to this one question. The next 5 years are going to pass whether you like it or not. So are you going to be the one building your future? Or are you just going to be binge watching someone else build theirs? The choice starts tomorrow morning. Don't hit snooze on your own life.